Hello, everyone. Aisha. I'm back. I'm Aisha. I am an independent consultant for Paparazzi Accessories. So I sell Falala jewelry. I love it. But today we're not talking about jewelry. Today I won't sell to you. Today I want to talk to you about picking a sponsor. No matter what business you might be wanting to try. No matter what entrepreneurship you might want to pursue, what should we know or what should we expect out of our sponsor? But also understand that your sponsor shouldn't be your reasoning to make or break your business, whatever that might be doing. That could be in direct sales, it could be into something physical restaurant, physical business. This is a physical business, but an actual storefront. So whatever that might be. Some people might think of a sponsor being a sponsor in itself or mentorship. But there's certain things that they should that should be expected of them. That's something that you should seek to find within that person. So I have a little quick 10 questions or so. This is definitely not covering everything that you would need to know or to ensure about a sponsor or a mentor. Or anyone you seek for guidance in your business. So the first question is ask your potential sponsor or your potential mentorship, how long have they been in that particular business, or how long have they been sponsoring others? This is important. Now, this is a tricky one. Just because a potential sponsor might not have been in the business long doesn't mean that they are not qualified to help you or to guide you or to, at least be, unbiased, because sometimes someone who hasn't been in it long are raw and that information is just right there. And not to mention they have the time to spend to nurture you. So a potential sponsor not being in that sponsorship or that business long doesn't rule them out. But this is something you definitely want to ask and come to your own conclusion. Certain things, another thing too, even asking these questions, we know we do our research, we might be on a computer, maybe a person was recommended, and these questions I like to try to do in person. I think seeing a person's face makes a difference, even if it's video chat. You can kind of get a sense of a person that way also. Looking in a person's eyes and seeing their eyes, it can make a difference, but again, nothing's guaranteed. So again, the first question is ask them how long have they been in the sponsorship business or in their business in general. How long have they mentoring? You ask that. Second thing is being a sponsor their only job? In my business, Paparazzi Accessories, is paparazzi my only job? If you wanted to come with me and I sponsor you, and you joining paparazzi, ask me, is paparazzi my only business? Now again, if I was to tell you, oh, I have another job, I'm a single mother, doesn't mean that I'm not qualified, or I won't have time to sponsor you because I have a full-time job. It doesn't mean that. It's just something I want to ask. You should judge my response. Now, if I say, oh, I have another job and I have 50 other ones, no. If I have another job and if I have 500 other people I sponsor, then maybe you might not have time for me. You might not have time for the attention I might need, okay? But it's just one of those things you need to ask it. So number 3 is how many others have you sponsored? I just touched on that, right? You ask that Because again, if you're getting into the thousands where a sponsor might have sponsored thousands of others, they may or may not have time for you. Depending on what type of person you are. All of us don't need, not to say, something is wrong that you need that holding hand. But sometimes people just need to say, okay, go do this challenge or do a live, and they're fine. Other people might want their sponsor to do their first live with them, which is okay. Will they have time to do that? So that's something you want to ask. And again, my whole thing is see the expression. See if the answers they're giving is genuine. It's just, even asking these questions, you can get in front of them and sing the ABCs, but you want to see the response, okay? Now, number 4, how do they train? What method do they use to train you? Do they only use social media? Do they, is that just one factor? Do they do over the phone training? Do they do in-person training? You don't need in-person training. Sometimes video, Snap, FaceTime is the best. Facebook is the best. It's still private. It's between you and your sponsor or you and your potential sponsor, and it's fine. But ask them how do they train. And also, I think my number 5 question is, what it should be, is not even here. How often do they train? So is it once a week? Do they give daily challenges? Ask them. And daily challenges is something to get you used to doing the job that you're doing. If you're selling jewelry, if you join me and sell jewelry, let's get used to doing that. We might be used to selling to friends and families, or just speaking and conversating with friends and family. So that those daily challenges will help you to actually conversate with strangers, to push your product, and get your product in front of as many people as possible. Okay. Number 5, do they have good, consistent work ethic? Okay. So depending on what endeavor you are pursuing, and depending on if this is sponsorship, mentorship, actually either one, were they recommended, or did you actually see them in work, see them sponsor someone else, or you watched that person they sponsored grow? What are their work ethic? Did you, how did you even come upon this person to even consider them? Because again, the person doesn't even have to be in that per se business. At least they didn't start out to be in a business. It could be someone who's just wise, you respect their opinion, but are they consistent? What are their work ethic? What is it? Because you don't want a sponsor who's lazy, So what is their work ethic? So you definitely want to ask that, okay? Number 6, which this is like some of these, this is not in order, so bear with me. Number 6 is, do they have knowledge or experience to even help you? Of course, that piggybacks on some questions I already read. And again, their experience, the length that they was a mentor, the length that they was a sponsor, doesn't mean they are not qualified to help you. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with you and that sponsor growing together. But I think if they don't have no work ethic, if they don't train, if they don't give daily challenges, then that's a problem. Then how can you possibly have any knowledge? And because even having that immediate knowledge of the training itself, the structure, that would be the structure, I need you to have a little nurturing of me, because if I sponsor you, I need to get to know you a little bit too. So you also have to you got to have that knowledge, that experience, that structure, sort of that structure in the classroom thing. But you also need to have that nurturing part of you, because sometimes they have to tweak it for you. They don't have to change the whole training thing. They might have to tweak it. And tweaking it can be just giving the training on a different media platform. Um, they might even have to record you might not be on media. They might even have to record a quick training and maybe email it to you. It's just little tweaking that are they willing to do. Okay, because everybody is not on social media. So is that something they could do, or even call you? Are they okay with having that 1 hour or half an hour phone call and train you? Okay, so that's number 6. Do they have knowledge or experience to help you? Number 7, are they responsive? So you know about this person, you're interested in this person helping you, you're still filling them out, but when you reached out to them, maybe sent them an email, did they answer? Maybe y'all spoke, y'all set up an appointment, and that person canceled out a couple of times. In the beginning of your meeting, things happen. So I say, it's okay. But in the beginning of me trying to get you or fill you out to consider you to be my sponsor or mentor, and you canceled out on me, let's say twice in the beginning of us coercing, I think that's a little red flag. That might be a little red flag, okay? And also, when you call them, you left messages, do they return your call? No, we don't need you to do it 5 minutes later. No, we're not going to, put you in a box like that. But, are they responsive in every which way? Whether it's a phone call, it's an email, or it's a one-on-one, face-to-face. Are they responsive to that? Have they made so many cancellations? You definitely want to consider that, because if they do that in just meeting, before you even say, yes, I want to sign up under you, or yes, I want you to be my mentor or sponsor, and they already canceling out on you, it's a red flag. That's a bye-bye. Move on to the next person, okay? So let me turn to my next page. Now, number 8 is, again, how I say it, face-to-face, even if it's video. What is your thought of them? I don't want to say first thought, because sometimes we can be wrong. We don't want to put that big J, that judgment thing on a person's forehead. But what is your thought of them? This might play back to their work ethic. I sure hope you have a good thought of yourself to even seek them out, to even sit down and ask them these questions. But let's say that person was recommended to you, and you didn't have this yet. You didn't even get to answer these questions yet. What is your first thought of them? If they do videos and somebody recommended it to them, oh, go watch this video of such and such. This person, you might want to sign up under this person. And you watch it, what was your first thought of them? Don't hold them to it. It doesn't mean your first thought to be bad, but consider that. Consider it just a little bit, depending on what you witnessed or how you came to your thought. Just be a little objective with it also, because sometimes things is out of a person's hands. But depending on how you came to that thought, do consider it, okay? So number 8, what was your thought of that person, all right? Number 9, what guides them? Are they a person that walks in faith? Now, this is not something for everybody. This is supposed to have been at the end, okay? But this is not important maybe to everyone, or but if you are considering anything, your business, you're joining Paparazzi, open up a business, a storefront business, if you are a praying person, is it important to you that your sponsor or mentor is also? If that person says, oh, I don't really believe in a higher power, or is that a deal breaker for you? Decide that, because that's something we don't necessarily think about off the hand. It's not even something we necessarily ask a person, because we certainly don't go to interviews doing that. But in this case, if that's important to you, it's okay to ask it. You can ask, do you walk in faith? And I think that's a proper way. You can still rephrase that, but I think that's a nice way of not getting personal and not offending anyone. I think that's a nice way to ask it, simply, are you a person who walks in faith? And we're not going to even judge them on what faith that might be. Because, we all got to believe in something, okay? Yes, okay? So, it's okay to ask that, okay? Number 10, pick your sponsor from a business standpoint, not convenience. Now, this is very important. This probably should have been in the first 3, if not the first question. Pick your sponsor based from a business standpoint, not for convenience. Okay? Now, that can mean, again, recommendation. This person was recommended to you by a family or friend. Don't base your decision on that. Even if this is your favorite auntie who told you about this person, even, mama, dad, even grandma, don't base your business decision from that. That's personal. It doesn't have anything to do with business. And I think that's a lot of mistakes that we make, is that we put personal with business. It's a no-no. Another thing is if the person's convenient as far as being local. A lot of direct sale companies or different companies might have a website search where you can look for people local. You're thinking about signing with the company. Say, for instance, you want to sign up with Paparazzi. You're in California. I'm in New York. You like me, you want to sign up with me, but you're worried that we're not close together. So you worry that I might not be available for you when you need me. But that's the complete opposite. So you might go on the website, Paparazzi website, and you might search under your zip code and see what other independent consultants are in your zip code. But that's not necessarily a wise decision. Someone local doesn't mean that they're going to be at your beck and call, okay? And doesn't mean that they even train, and same thing vice versa. But your decision shouldn't be based on that, because just because a person has a different zip code, a different city, doesn't mean they're not going to train you properly, doesn't mean they're not going to be there for any concerns you might have. In this business, in any business, you're going to have ups and downs of just quitting. It's normal. Don't even beat yourself up about it, okay? So, but just don't make a business decision based on convenience. Okay, let me see if I have something else here. Yeah, I think I touched all the convenience things, but definitely don't do it because this person is local. That person could have joined the same business that you want to join yesterday. And because they came up on a search within that company's website, you joined them. You have no idea about that person. There's no personal connection at all. And in fact, I think that you want, and I know I said the family and friends thing, but you want to actually have some type of connection with a person. And it doesn't have to be a long period of time. I can have 3 conversations with you, and I'm already thinking about joining Paparazzi. I have 3 conversations with this person that I might want to sign under, and I'm good. We connect. You're not cutting me off when I talk. We considered each other. We made a connection. That's who you sign up with. That's what you sign up with. Even right now, if I'm touching questions that you have had didn't have answered or came to mind, hopefully even trigger some questions for someone, and you was thinking about signing up with Paparazzi, and you have a connection with me, then you sign up. If you take these questions and you want to bring it to someone that you're interested in signing with, then that's what you do. You bring some of these questions, or even these questions might trigger some other ones. Like, these are not concrete, okay? Another thing is, I say this a lot, be hypocritical of yourself. Stay open. Don't be a lot of times we walk into situations and we are, I won't say stubborn, but we already have our own thoughts, our own experiences, okay? So So be open to the unknown. Be open to the unknown and of this person too. And don't even judge with the first meeting. You know, sometimes a person, you know, has something going on that day, the day before, or they dealing with something. So that might not even be the true person you meet that first time. So give them a chance and give you a chance. Don't walk in with pre-notions of anything. Okay, try not to do that. Only pre-notion you should have is making some money and hustling and getting through that business. Okay. So that was 11 questions. I had 10, but that was 11. It just came to my mind. So I hope this helps someone. Please subscribe down below, okay? If you're interested in paparazzi, you have any questions, you can always contact me here on YouTube. I prefer Facebook because I don't always get the alerts on YouTube. But feel free to comment. I should get that. I hope I don't, but again, Facebook, my Facebook business page is Aisha's Paparazzi Jewelry Box. Aisha is AISHA. Paparazzi Jewelry Box, okay? You can message me anytime on there. And if you have any questions about paparazzi or any other ideas I might have for seeking sponsorship or mentorship, feel free to ask, okay? Thank you so much for listening. Good luck, and go get to that entrepreneurship. Blessings to you all.